So a while ago I did this video on this Pinlock protecTINT anti-fog photochromatic insert. It's clear here, and you'll see later we'll take it out in the sun and see how dark it gets. I've used it basically through winter, and it's spring now, so you know, the sun's getting a bit brighter during the day, and to be honest, the photochromatic tint on this isn't quite cutting it for, you know, bright daylight in the middle of the day. So one of the things I wanted to show you though is that this insert, you can see that the silicone lip that runs around the edge, this bit here, that doesn't reach right to the edge of the visor. It doesn't even reach anywhere near the seal for the visor on the helmet. So what you find is that the helmet only comes down to here somewhere, and then, you know, in the mornings or in the afternoons when there's some low light, the visor's tinted, which is, you know, good protection from the bright sunlight, but then you've got this section between, you know, of almost 10 millimeters between the edge of the protecTINT film and the edge of the helmet, where if it's just that time of day in the morning or the afternoon, the sunlight, it's just bright through the middle, you know. And especially if you're up and down hills or whatever, you know, the sun sort of goes from being, you know, you're in the shadow of the sun from the helmet, or you got tint, but it transitions between the two and you get these bright flashes, and it was actually really distracting and really annoying. So on one particular long ride, I got that in the morning and then I got it again in the afternoon. I vowed that I would do something about it. So all I did was I jumped on eBay and I ordered some, you know, 10-year UV stabilized film, self-adhesive film that sign riders might use, and I stuck that on to just sort of, you can see the lip sort of disappears in behind there. And then once I did that, I just took a blade and I just trimmed it around the top to create like a bit of a sun shield. And after that, it's probably been the best shield for using during wintertime that I've ever had. If you want to leave home in the morning and it's a bit cool, you know, you can keep the visor absolutely locked shut tight, and the anti-fog properties are amazing. And then as the day wears on and it gets a little bit brighter, you know, the thing tints down a bit, and you know, it's fine for during the day in winter time. So and to give you an idea, this is the visor I normally use. This is the, you know, the iridium blue tinted visor that I would normally use during the day in summertime, but it's just a little bit too dark for nighttime and wintertime use. But that thing's worked out pretty good. So what I'll do now is, you know, put it up again, put it on the helmet, and I haven't exposed it to sunlight. One of the things that is a bit of a problem is if you take this thing out into the sun and expose it this way up, the sunlight makes it quite dark indeed. But when it's on the helmet and it's closed, you know, the windshield, the shield itself has a you know, it cancels out some of the UV rays, and the UV is what activates the photochromatic property of the insert. So you know, if you're expecting a really dark tint, you'd be disappointed, and if you're expecting it to be as dark tint when the visor's down as it is when it's directly exposed to sunlight out of its packaging, you're disappointed as well. But I can say that for wintertime use, when you just need to take that edge off the sun and you need that anti-fogging property, and you want it to be the same visor that you can use in the morning or at night time or during the middle of the day during winter, this is brilliant. But during summer we don't have any problem. I don't have any problem with the anti-fogging, with visors fogging up, whatever. You know, the temperatures here in Queensland and Australia are pretty good during spring and summer and even autumn. It's only really those 3 months during winter when fogging becomes an issue. So I'll shut up for a bit and we'll go outside and have a look and see how it reacts in the sun. Alright, so here we go. We're on my driveway. My neighbours probably think I'm some sort of weirdo filming a helmet under a towel, but so there you go. It's pretty quick. And look, to be honest, that's probably about as dark as it's going to get. Alright, so there's the protecTINT visor shot. And I'll try and make sure the helmet doesn't move so it becomes really obvious the difference. And that's the iridium blue, genuine showy tinted visor. So, you know, this is the visor I'm quite happy to wear all day, middle of the day, all the way through summer. But yeah, the photochromatic one doesn't quite do it in summer, but it is excellent for use in all conditions during winter.